Hi, I'm Struan, and I've kindly asked my dad to volunteer. This is Alistair. Say hi, Alistair.
Hi, Alistair.
So, this trick is the one that a lot of magicians would know as the ambitious card routine, but there's a twist. I have here a new deck of cards, 2 jokers, don't need them. I've used this deck once or twice before, but it is essentially in factory condition. It is perfectly ordinary deck there, no duplicates, missing cards. It is the soul of normality, this deck. So what I am going to ask is for you to please sign this card, Dad. If you could just write your name across there for me. Thank you. And now we can recap that. Don't need that anymore. This is the signed card. It is not only the only ace of clubs I have, it is also the only signed card in this deck, which means that it is unique in 2 different ways. Put it into the deck there. I confess, I said it was unique in 2 different ways. I maybe should have said 3. It also happens to be a card that is a right royal pain in the neck. You see, when you put a signature on a card, it starts to get ideas. It will say that it's better than every other card in the deck, that it always wants to be on top. Now you can understand that makes it a little bit tricky to do some tricks, because you can never quite be sure that your spectator's going to have free choice. I mean, Dad, if I were to ask you to pick a card, you wouldn't necessarily go for the Ace of Clubs, would you?
No.
I can't cut him out. Actually, I tell you what, he's clearly got the hang of evading my handling. Would you mind cutting for me? Much appreciated. Right. I confess I'm now starting to lose it a bit. And a lot of the time I don't actually do this routine with a signed card, and people will say, oh, it's obvious that's a whole deck of whatevers. It's not. There is only one whatever, Ace of Clubs, in this deck, and it is signed. Another theory that people occasionally have is that the backs of these cards are marked, and that somehow I've marked the back of the card that I'm going to get to use here, and then I can somehow find it in the deck, bring it back up to the top. But there's the signed card. You can see it there. I'm going to take it, pop it on there. I can cut it into the middle of the deck. Care to guess where it is?
On top. Oh.
I'm going to be honest. It gets so annoying to have a card doing this the whole time. I can put it into the middle of the deck. That's fine. It'll stay there until I give it a chance to move. There he is. But honestly, it's just impossible to do any tricks because this guy can move the slightest provocation. Tell you what, I can even cut. There we go. Right. It's not there. Would you care to turn that card over for me?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not entirely sure I want to be a part of this anymore. I'm going to give this trick one last go to be completely fair, okay? I know I can't promise that this is going to work, but if it does, I will be happy. Would you mind cutting that, please? Actually, would you just give it a shuffle? Can you make sure that this is a fair shuffle? You happy?
Yeah.
Thank you. I can shuffle these as well. Let's see. I bet you he's... yeah, right, looks like we've got rid of him. This is good news. I confess I'm a little bit baffled though. Look, can you see him anywhere in here? Because, like... No, I'm sorry, I think he's sulking now. Right, I'll explain the trick I want to do. I'm just going to put that there so that Just going to put that there to stop him trying to sneak back in. The trick, actually, I'll tell you what, I will explain the trick once I've given you this deck of cards. What you will see is that this is brand new sealed deck of bicycle cards. It still has the cellophane wrap on it. The seal is intact. The cards in here have never been used by myself or anyone else for Magic or card games. Could you please inspect that box for me? Make sure that it is genuinely sealed.
Yeah.
Could you remove the cellophane wrap for me?
I don't know. Good question.
This is, if this proof does not satisfy you that this is a sealed deck, I really don't know what will.
There you go.
Thank you. Could you please break the seal using this card? Or just your fingernails, if you prefer. Oh, no.
Don't want to damage the card.
Yeah. That'll do. If you want to use your fingernail now, that's fine. I think we've proved that you're not planning on breaking into the deck.
Getting very far with this, aren't you?
There we go. Right, sorted?
Yep.
Excellent, thank you. Could you please open the deck? Now, like I say, I can't emphasise this enough. This is a completely fair, brand new deck. If you would care, actually, if you would care to tilt the cards out and put them down on here. I now don't want to touch these cards at all, okay? What you will find is that we have two jokers. One is in the box, and the other is a guaranteed joker on top. Could you remove them, please?
Yep. Let's go through.
Could you take them off the deck and lay them to one side? If you turn the pack over, I'm sorry, I just now don't want to touch this at all. You will find two premium cards. One advertising Royal Felt and one advertising the Jackson Jokers website. The remainder of the cards are your bog standard 52 cards in new deck order. Could you please open them up? Now remind me, what was your card that you signed?
I'm going to see open up and you spread them.
Yes, please.
Ace of clubs.
And do you see it there? Could you take it out for me? Could we get a close-up on that, please?
That is actually astonishing. That is absolutely astonishing. That is astonishing.
Thank you.